All right, what's good? Well, I know this is probably just another video where people may or may not watch because don't nobody know about me and shit. But so, man, I've been wanting to do a video a lot about kids and how kids treat their parents and how parents treat their kids. And like, I don't got a bunch of research about this shit or nothing, but man, I have been seeing this trend of me just dealing with my own kids as kids who are never satisfied. And that shit is just unbelievable, man. And me, like, I ain't gonna even lie, like, man, I probably ain't the best father, you know what I'm saying? But I do give it the effort that I can, like the balance in order to be a parent mixed with working, providing, all of this other shit that's asked for a man to do is a lot. So I come and I put in, man, 12 hours, 10 hours, 8 hours a day of just working. We got our own business. So, like, I'm working to keep this thing open. So one day when I go to the other place, my kids can have something to hold on to and to keep, keep in the community, keep for themselves, divide it up. I don't know what'll happen. But it's a difficult balance in order to be able to run it and still spend quality time with your family. And that's something that I've always had to try to figure out. But like sometimes I be trying to figure out with my youngest daughters whether it is that it's just all about money and what I can do, or is it actually a genuine love and want to just build and spend time together. You know, man, kids get angry with the parents about whatever it might be. So it almost begs the question of like, do kids always have an animosity and a beef with their parents once they get to a certain age? Now, as a little kid, they can't really like buck back. But once they get to be like a teenager or something older, it's always just this disagreeable spirit that they have with their parents. And I've seen it with all of my kids, man, to a certain extent, and I just look to want to understand. And then, like, I go to another place where the, like, so you got the Bible, okay? And then you got these creation stories that happen a little bit before the Bible, like the Sumerian creation stories, and then you also got the Enuma Elish, where it talks about when the gods was first coming into existence, that they used to hear their children just make so much noise that they couldn't take it no more. And they was tired of it. And they thought to kill their kids. Then when the kids heard what was going to happen to them, they conspired a plan to actually kill their parents. And so they did end up killing the god. The kids, Marduk and Enki, end up killing their father. And then they killed Tiamat, or you might say Tiamat, who is the mother. And so, with this being said, it's like from the beginning of time, even before humans existed, gods couldn't get along with their kids. And now I see this same thing. So we got this guy that comes in here and gets gold teeth done. He sat in here and cried the other day because his son knocked his teeth out. I had another kid that came in here, got his golds done. He said that he was kind of like squaring up with his dad the other day. And I'm listening to these stories like, man, bro, I don't want that, man. Like, I don't want that situation. You know, my son works here, and like my son is one of the greatest people, like people that I know. His The way that he treats other people, the way that he just he's a good person. But when it comes to business and like his approach to like coming here and work, I don't like hardly any of it. And it's like, can parents be satisfied with their children? You know, it's like I'm always nitpicking to figure out like how it could be better. And a lot of parents are like that with their kids. Like, I coach basketball and I see how parents are never satisfied with the performance of their kids on the court. And I can only imagine how it is when they go home in the car ride home after the kid didn't score no points in the basketball game, on how these fathers are feeling about their kids over some stuff that don't even matter. You know, it, you see how parents give kids the side eye when they not performing. And especially like, let's take like, so for me, for example, I am a business owner. I got a store, like, you know, and I want to see my son come in here and be on point and ready. You know what I'm saying? To make this place the best that it could ever be. You know what I'm saying? And when I don't see those results, and I honestly see slacking, like, it's just the truth. You know, it's the truth. It's a hazard, like, come in late every day. Come in at least a little late. Come in at least a little late. You know, not on time. Ever. Ever. And if you do come on time, it's like it's supposed to be a celebration for that. But no, that's just what you're supposed to do. Come on time to work. Like, I pay on time. Come to work on time. But the thing is, like, am I over analyzing the situation just because that's my son? My oldest son. My oldest son, like he finds so much fault with me all the time. You know what I'm saying? But he truly just loves me and just wants me to like love him like he loved me. But what he don't understand is like everything I ask you to do, you never do it. And I'm trying to show you the way, but you don't listen to me. And you just don't listen to me for nothing. And I just get tired of it. So it makes me be like, oh man, like, dude, I ain't dealing with that. And so he like, man, you don't even love me. I'm like, dude, you don't love me. But we both love each other. But it's a communication gap. It's because, and another thing, like for example, like my son getting in trouble, my oldest son, Smedro, when he, as a kid, he gets in trouble. Okay. But now he grows up and sees that I was like maybe disciplining him for things that I might have been doing myself as a grown person. And he like, dang, is there some hypocrisy going on here? You know, but you a child. I gotta try to make you better than me. So even if I was struggling with something and I'm telling you not to do it, that was still the right thing for me to tell you to do. I can't tell you to do the bad things that I'm doing. But it's still like, but you was doing them. So both things could be right. Like, like I even see like, and this isn't just a racial situation where it's only black parents who had this bicker with their kids or just me. Like everybody, I don't know about everybody, but thousands, millions, a lot of people have problems with their children. And a lot of children have problems with their parents. You know, like, what is the way? And please comment, subscribe, ring the bell notification, comment as much as you can on this video about, do children find fault with their parents because their parents are the ones who discipline them? So, for example, if I'm telling you the difference between right and wrong, yet I'm doing wrong myself, does it make you angry to listen to the advice of somebody who ain't doing right that's telling you to do right? It's like, who are you to tell me to do good when you ain't even doing good? And then you got another aspect to Black families, or just families in general, is the difference between a mother and a father. So the mother is always, I don't say the mother is always. Like, for example, I'm going to talk about my particular position. You know, with my youngest daughters, me and their mama divorced. She's making them hate me, making them disrespect me. You know, I mean, just the constant, because they're going to love their mother, and they should love their mother. But everything that their mother says is not the truth. And it's just a point blank fact. Everything that I say ain't the truth. A lot of it is perspective, but the evil twisting of a mother to just try to destroy the relationship between a child and their father is absolutely wrong. And if the father does that to the mother, that's equally wrong. So women that have a disagreement or a falling out with the father of your child, like, don't destroy that relationship between the child and the father, because it's not right to do. Because I know fathers do put on that tough guy role and all of this and that, but fathers genuinely love their children too. Like, my daughters was with me every day of their life for 10, 12, 13, 14 years. And then to have them ripped away from me is the most painful thing ever. And I know that I'm a man and all of that, so you can't really say things hurt you or whatever it might be. But, like, man, that's a painful experience. I'm not the same person based on that. It's almost like you got a child that went missing. Especially when somebody is your soulmate. And so I see terrible, I just see it as a terrible situation when a parent is left without their children, you know what I'm saying, based on somebody that they're co-parenting with. It's all wrong. But I don't know, man. I just wanted to do a podcast, man, and just to talk about children and their parents, man. My brother Tay told me that sons always hate their fathers. And a lot of times the dad is put in that disciplinarian role where he's the one that the mothers always be like, I'm going to call your daddy. I'm going to call your daddy. And then the children end up being fearful of their father because they feel like their father is going to come into the situation and beat them or whoop them or something, or like, I'm gonna send you over your daddy's house, like saying stuff like that to the child, and psychologically it makes the child not want to deal with their father because they feel like the father is going to always punish them, like their father is almost a punishment. So even though the mom might be trying to get a handle on a situation and use the father as a means to make this situation better, like, you can't use the father as the belt for the punishment. Call the father, but and then have the dad come through and just get the child, but not as a punishment for something bad that they do. Children, you can't be disrespecting your parents no more, man. Like, man, that's terrible, man. The parents be struggling, doing the best that they can to try to fix shit up, make things better for you, put a roof over your head, give you everything that you want, as much as they can possibly afford. And for a child to not appreciate that, that's the evidence that you don't deserve anything else. Like, children that disrespect their parents, like, you don't deserve nothing. The only thing you deserve is, like, the little that you got. But when you thankful with the little that you got, then you deserve more. Like, you don't need nothing. Not like, I'm saying, like, you don't need like, you got everything you need, you got everything you need. The rest of the stuff is things that you want, and it's okay to want what you want. But if for some reason it doesn't come to you immediately, be okay with that. You can want these things, but don't say that your parent ain't worth nothing just because they ain't able to give you everything, because somebody could never give you everything. Like, you could get something today and want something else tomorrow. Like, I do it all the time. You could want something today and something is nice, a car, but then when you get the car, then you might want some rims or a radio to go in it, or some speakers, or you might want some new interior, or you want like some seat covers, or you want some new mats for the floor, or you want a paint job, or you want to go get the car washed, or you want, like, but the car itself was a big thing. Like, that was a huge thing that you got. And if you don't think it's huge, then give it away. If you don't think that it's worth nothing, then let somebody else have it. Give it back. Nah, you don't want to do that, because the car was a huge thing, but you're not appreciating it. And so since you don't appreciate this thing that you got, you don't deserve any accessory for it. Like, and even if you did get the rims and the radio and the seat covers and everything else that you got, right? You'll come and want a second car. You'll come and want something else. Some jewelry or some ear. Like, it don't stop. It don't stop. That's why it's always a situation where, like, when people is in, like, business. I was listening to Sad Guru one time, and somebody was talking about everything that they wanted, right? They was saying that they wanted something, the business to be better. And he asked them to what end? Like, subscribe, ring the bell notification, hit the like button for me, who's ever watching. Drop a comment, drop a good old super chat. But the guru was just saying, like, to what end do you want to be successful? Because I'm gonna tell you, man, Like I wanted $100,000, you know. Then when I got it, like I wanted 1 million. And I set a goal for myself to make $1 million, man, you know. And shit, man. You know, I got it. I didn't have $1 million in profit, but I did do $1 million in my business. And it's not all profit. I mean, shit, a lot of it is just sales, right? But it was a goal to do that, and I did it. And then I wanted more. You always want more. Like everybody always want more. It's human nature. So the point of it all is just to say this, like, man, chill. Chill on that. Chill on your parents, man. Parents, you gotta chill on your kids, man, and just accept them and love them for who they are. Like, man, for real, like, man, for my sons, man, is watching this, and all of my daughters, man, I got 4 beautiful daughters, man. I mean, like, God really blessed me with some beauties, man. Like, all of them are so beautiful, man. But they be getting in they little ways where they just get unappreciative, or like, you can't do that. Like, don't do that. I got 2 daughters that are great. All of them are great, but attitude wise, man, I rock with their attitude. And I got 2 daughters that's just like bad attitudes. And I got 2 sons. One of them, both my sons is pretty good. Like I give them credit, but my oldest son, like he just he's so much like me, man. You know what I'm saying? He's a lot like me, and he's a deep thinker, and he overthinks. You know what I'm saying? But he be on point, man. Man, I love my sons, man. I love all of my kids, man. You know, and that part of this video is for my kids, and part of it is for everybody else, to let you know, like if you a child and you watching this, I don't know why you would, but if you a child and you watching this, it's to let you know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody got problems with their parents. Even somebody that's doing well. Like, you know what I'm saying? And if you a parent that's watching this, you say, damn, even somebody that you think is doing well still got these bickers with their kids. Like, man, I see it with my sister and her kids. Man, I see it with my bro. I see it with everybody, man, and their kids, man. And this relationship shit, like man, sometimes you start feeling like you the only one that's having this bicker with your kids, and your bicker with your older kids that just don't respect you. And you might get respect and love from everybody else in the world except for the people that you're doing the most for. I see it all the time, man. The people I do the most for are the people I feel like respect me the least. Down to the penny. And it's not right. It's not right, you know? And it's more than just giving away of money or taking care of people or any of that. Man, a lot of it is just a prophet is never accepted in their own town. Like, man, everybody else will love you and respect you and tell you you're doing a good job, you know? But the people that you around the most, that you do the most, say, that ain't nobody. He think he this, he think he that. You know, and it's not, that ain't how things should be. You guys comment, like, subscribe. Do that. Got a couple of people in here, man. Tell me how you feel, man. Like, have you ever seen a situation where, for example, there's an old saying like, never hire your family, never do this, never do that. Like hiring your family is a bad idea. But why though? Why is hiring your family a bad idea? They somebody that you should be able to trust. They're somebody that you should be able to depend on. But I mean, they'll feel like since we family, I can they this person will let something slide. Look at that. Man, shout out to my bro Richie Rich, man. Love you, bruh. But like the kids, man, like the mothers and the daughters, man. I was watching Richie Rich one time, man. I was watching Being Bobby Brown, right? And Whitney and Bobby Christina was just like getting on Bobby Brown's case. And Bobby Brown said something that I identified with so much, man. Man, he was like, man, man, I love Whitney and Bobby Christina, but sometimes it just seems like they always on me. He said something like that. And I heard that, I'm like, man, I go through that same thing. I go through that same exact thing, man. Where you try your best, man, to just make everybody happy around you. And you putting in that work. You know that you jugging. And it don't get no type of appreciation, or at least said appreciation. It's like, nah, that's what you're supposed to do. Not really, because I look around, I see other people not doing even close to the same. Like, man, I get up at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and 5 o'clock in the morning. I come, I open my shop, I work until the close of the business day. But people still come in this store late, and we open up at 11 o'clock. We open up at 11 o'clock. And then the people that work with me are walking in with the customers. The customers is beating the people who work here to the door. It's unacceptable. It's unacceptable to have an excuse to be late for work at 11 o'clock when I've already been here since 5. Like, I can't really hear you telling me, oh man, I'm late because I had to do this, I had to do that. Like, what are you talking about? If you got to do this or do that, get up a little earlier so you can make it happen. You got to be at work at 11. Like, I'm old school. Like, man, people used to have to be to work at 7 o'clock in the morning. People used to have to be to work at 8 in the morning, 6 in the morning, 5 in the morning. You got to be to work at 11. 5 minutes late for work at 11 o'clock is unacceptable. And so, like, how did we get here? To this point in the conversation, it's just talking about just the perception of people, young people today, man. Oh, man. Like, kids is one thing. Like, kids is one thing, right? But employees and people working with you is something completely different. Man, shout out to Brooklyn. What's up, Brooklyn? Brooklyn and Rich, y'all might as well go and hit that super chat, man, and just send your boy like a good old 40 each or something. Brooklyn. Man, love you, for Brooklyn. I know I'm not allowed to say Brook. But yeah, like, with kind of just going back to the to the start of this conversation, though. children, they parents. What does a parent do in order to earn the respect of their child? Do you discipline them? Should you, you should you should you whoop children? Right? You put them on punishment? Should you just lead by example? Like all of these different factors that go into the relationship between children and their parents are interesting questions because it's kind of like put out there like children are supposed to automatically just listen to their parents, love their parents, and almost be robots to whatever their parents tell them to do, and they do it, right? But it don't happen like that. So now the question might become this: do your children treat you how the Rich, Rich, did you just send a super chat for $20? Oh my goodness. Let's go. Let's go, man. But the like the way that children lead by example, discipline, give them respect as an example so they know how to respect back. And I agree with that. I agree with that. But let me ask you this though, Brooklyn, or should I say Big B? The real Rich, by the way, Brooklyn that is on the chat with you, she has CMOS. And she has a lot of health conscious stuff, man. So y'all could link up. Rich, by the way, Brooklyn, is a world class, and I'm not just saying this, I mean, I'm really seriously. He is a world class web developer and an engineer of so many different things, building in the metaverse and all type of stuff. So you guys definitely could link up and work together on some stuff because he can build your metaverse, he can build your website and build a lot more. And Rich, she can break you off with some good old CMOS that you can use because I know how me and you, Rich, you see, I done lost good old 30 pounds, bro. And my bro is a workout warrior right now. And so y'all can definitely build. Yep. But as far as the children go with their parents, it's hard for me to quantify, man, because like certain times I'll be feeling like there's nothing that a parent can do except for let a child have children of their own in order for them to understand that everything that their parents was teaching them was right. You see what I mean? Everything that, like, once you have a child of your own, you'll say, oh man, you know what? Now I see what my parents was trying to get me to understand about just chill a little bit. Chill a little bit. Like, do you think, for everybody that's watching the chat, we just got another viewer that came in. What's up? What's up? Make sure that you like, subscribe. But I did want to say, like, nowadays, it does seem like being your child's friend is a little more common because me and my parents, I didn't see no type of similarity between me and my parents. Like the music that they listened to, everything that they was on, it was like disconnected from me. They seemed much older than me. Oh my goodness. Man, Brooklyn. And I love you guys. I'm about to just literally, have y'all seen Sugar Man when he started crying because he got all of these stars on the channel? We got a super chat from Brooklyn for 19.99. Where is my bro Peanut? I'm over here getting busy. We are like really lit right now. Yes, man. Thank you, Brooklyn. I appreciate that for real. Like y'all are really making my day on this Oh, what, you figured out how to send a super chat? Okay. Yes, sir. So who else is watching? Make sure you go in here and comment, 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 comment. Now, here's somebody knocking at my door while we're doing a podcast. What a disrespectful person. But I'm not going to answer that door. Okay. So, Brooklyn, you said that a parent should be leading by example in order to show their child. But how should you discipline your child? Should you beat your child? Let's say that you tell your child, don't go to, go to school, and when you go, I want you to hold on for it. God damn it, man. Hey, man, I'm doing something, but you gotta leave. Ain't that a bitch? Bruh. Yeah. All right, I'm back. All right, let's see who we got in here. So, should you beat your child? Brooklyn, Rich, anybody else that's in the chat, let me know. Because there's no scientific evidence that says that you should beat your child, but the Bible says, spare the rod, spoil the child. Jay, you heard that? Man, oh, my son is actually in this. Jay. So, Jason, here we go. Jason, my son is actually a father now. Okay? And that was David just walking in here, man, getting on my nerves, man. I had to check this, tell him to get up out of here. We trying to do something different. But my son is a father now. All right, so son, do you ever feel like that you would have to discipline your son with a popping? Rich says no. I had to discipline both ways, but I think most effective is communication overall. So was that so? And Jay said that nah, he you popped him because he had a boo boo diaper. So you didn't do that. Did you do that to teach him a lesson, or you did it because it got on your nerves? Hmm. All right. So Rich said he never popped his daughter, right? But it took lots of time explaining. Was she a so Brooklyn? You had discipline both ways. Do you think that when you actually got popped, right? When you actually got popped, did that help you more? Because like now, like I think in a lot of homes, they feel like hitting your child is teaching them to respect consequence, right? But does popping your child actually teach you that? Okay, hold on. So we got a caller. We got a caller. Let's take this call real quick, you guys. Okay, here we go. What's up, Jay?
What I was saying is that I popped him to make him stop moving when I was changing the boo boo diaper. So I had asked him to like stop. He likes to kick me when I'm changing the diaper. I guess that's his little fun time. Whatever, that's cool, whatever. But this, you just boo boo, bro. So it was a lot of poo. So can you just like stop moving? Is what I was doing. Right? He didn't stop, so I had to pop him. I gave him umpteen times to stop moving. I'm asking him nicely. Then I give him the mean stop, bro. Me and Raven both tell him like Tarion stop moving, and I had to pop him. I had to pop him for him to actually stop.
All right. So Rich just made a comment, and so did Brooklyn. Both of them made comments. Brooklyn said no. It made me more rebellious as to get popped. And then Rich said if you teach, it teach you to hit people when they make you mad or do what you don't like.
Right.
And Brooklyn said I don't believe in getting physical with a child. It makes them do what you want them to do. Oh, I don't believe. Oh, she don't believe that. She doesn't believe that hitting a child or getting physical with them makes them do what you want them to do. So when you pop Tarion, did it make him stop?
It did make him stop. Yes, it did indeed make him stop.
Since you feel like you got that data that popping him made him stop, where do you say I'm not going to use that pop him card to make him stop doing something else that you want him to stop doing?
So my first thing is to never hit him first. I really try not to pop him first. We really do talk to him a lot, and I really would like to get away from popping him. I don't really want to whip my son, honestly and truthfully. Like I promise you, I really don't. Cause like after I see him crying and stuff, it really like it kind of stake my little heart a little bit because man, I know he don't know no better, but at the same time, like bro, if you get this boo boo up his bed while I'm changing.
Mm-hmm.
Like you doing all of this moving, I need you to listen to me, son. And even at other times, like he throws tantrums at this point, and you know we be in the gym, and he be wanting to do everything, and then he'll lose a ball, and he want to throw a tantrum. And it's just like, okay, well, I'm gonna let you throw your tantrum because when I'm trying to talk to you through your tantrum, you still not really listening to me. So, son, I'm gonna give you a second, and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna try again. That's what I try to do. But with like urgency, with when it's urgent matter, not urgent, but where I'm trying to perform a task such as cleaning poop, I
Mm-hmm.
need you to be still, sir. So could you do that for me? And then if you can't, then I'm gonna pop you because I know you don't want me to do that. Like at first I was thumping him, and I still kind of thump every now and then because I know he can't thump.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I think I went away from that just because I don't get a good thump every time. But I could land a good little pop.
So let me read some of these comments real quick. So is it ratchet or is it racist? What's up? Shout out to my bro P Deezy. So he said, "Spare the rod, you spoil the seed." All right. So spare the rod, spoil the child. So ratchet or racist? Does that mean beat a child until they listen to you, or else they'll be spoiled? And then my bro Rich said he doesn't stop, he just doesn't let you see it anymore. He will stop getting caught, but he will not stop doing the thing because he doesn't understand why he shouldn't do it. So basically, what, like, for example, like when you're dealing with a child, a small child, right, and you pop them or hit them for doing something, like if they don't got a full concept of why the thing is that they're getting hit for is actually bad, they just won't do it in front of you. So, like, I guess moving on the bed while you're changing him and getting poop on the bed is a reason for popping him. But have you ever thought to just not change him on the bed if you don't want to get poop on the bed?
Then I get to choose which surface I would like to get poop on because he won't move.
Well, just put something down underneath him, like something that you
No,
can
no,
throw
no.
away.
He does have something underneath him, but his movement is so constant and erratic that I need him to tone it down. He be at 8, 9, and I need him at a 2 or 1. He
Mm-hmm.
goes crazy, get full throttle kicking me, and really, I'm like he doesn't want to get his diaper changed, but at the same time, like we both doing something like we fake don't want to do, but like man, come on, bro. I'm getting
Yeah.
confused.
Well,
It's
I
like I
mean,
feel like you're
I
confused
think
between
like,
which.
and so for everybody that's watching the show, please make sure that you like, subscribe, ring the bell notification. Jay, okay, so Jay, please keep watching. Do not, because I want you to call back in. All right, but Ratchet or Racist want to call in, and Brooklyn wants to call in. So I'm gonna let them call in and say what they want to say. Everybody that's watching, make sure you like, subscribe, ring the bell notification, and hit us with that good old super chat. We already done got $39.99 in super chats today, thanks to Human AI Club, one of the best web developers in the world, and my girl Brooklyn, who is the CMOS queen that has CMOS on deck. So make sure that you contact Brooklyn for your CMOS, or you can get it right here at T-Shirt Kings. All right. Oh, that's Tarion. What's up, Tarion the Don? Tarion. Yeah, yeah. Tarion, do you like getting whooping? Say yes. All right. Brooklyn, call the show 937-830-5307. All right, Jay, love you. All right. All right. And then come on, you can call too. Call 937-603-4494. I'm gonna put a here's the number, you guys. Peanut, you calling the store phone. Call that number, y'all. 937-603-4494. Y'all, anybody that's just coming in, make sure that you like, subscribe, ring the bell notification. So I don't think it's a blanket response for all children. Right. So you think some children deserve to be hit and other children don't deserve to be hit. Did you get that, Brooklyn? 937-603-4494. Here we go. Legendary was good.
It's Brooklyn.
Hey, Brooklyn, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. I'm hanging on in there. All right, what you got for us?
I agree with what the other guy said, not Jay.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe getting physical with the child, it makes them they do it, but they just don't let you see them do it again.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe in communicating and explaining, because most kids don't know, what did I do wrong?
Right.
So
is there ever a situation where popping a child is understandable?
For me, I had a niece run out in the middle of a parking lot and almost got hit by a car. And my immediate reaction, I just swung on her bottom.
Yeah.
Because I screamed and I swung, and it was a reaction. And oh my God, and I've never done that to her before. So she looked at me and started crying. I looked at her and I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. But I had to pull her aside and explain to her, you almost got hit by a car. Like, never do that again. Like, that was an extreme for me. So like I said, I never did it to her ever before and never did it again after. But in that moment in time, it's like I couldn't have did nothing besides snatch her as quick as I could, and I was pissed.
Right.
But I feel like being physical with the child, that's a personal thing that adult has. Like, I don't feel like that's how you're supposed to raise and teach children to be physical. I don't think that's the right way. That's how I grew up. So sometimes you don't know no better, but I had other people around that disciplined me different ways. And I had an auntie put me on timeout, and I learned my biggest lessons from sitting on timeout. I told her, just whoop me. She said, what? I said, just give me a whooping so I can go back playing outside. She was like, no. You're going to go sit down in that chair for 30 minutes. You could watch everybody else play, and you don't get to play for the rest of the day. And I'm like, what? Like, it did more trauma. I was more traumatized by that, but I learned my biggest lesson from it as well, because I respected her after that.
Hold on, Brooklyn. Hold on. I'm gonna put you on three-way. Hold on, real quick. P, hold on. I'm gonna merge you in with Brooklyn. Both of y'all gonna be on the call. Hold on. She's talking right now, so just let her finish and then you can go. Hang on. Okay. All right, Brooklyn. Come on.
I don't know what I was saying.
Well, no, you was just talking about just the fact that sometimes when you get punishment was actually a worse version of discipline than an actual whooping was, because
for sure
it lasted a lot longer. And I think I felt like that too. Like to have to go there and stand through a whole punishment and be on punishment for a week, as opposed to just getting a whooping that's gonna take 30 seconds and then it's over with. The punishment is
Right.
actually worse.
Right. Oh, I used to get TVs taken. My mom used to take the phone cord when she would go to work. So when you come home, you couldn't have be on the computer or the
Mm-hmm.
TVs, or a whole week I couldn't do something. So it was like that was more devastating to me, and I learned from it. Like, damn, well, I'm not about to play with her, because if I mess around, she gonna take my door off the hinges for a week, or she might tell me that I can't watch TV for a whole week. So I'm not gonna play with her.
So,
But my stepdad used to give me whoopings, and I
uh-huh.
would, come on, let's go to my room. I'm gonna bend over the bed, whoop me, so I can get back to go playing outside. I don't care.
Right. Right. Okay. And then we got P Dashes. You there, bro?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, bro. Come on. Let me get your take on it.
I'm a public figure now, so this is not Peanut. Okay, this is someone else.
Okay.
This is
All right.
is it ratchet or is it racist guy? All
Love
right.
you, Rich. All right. Come on.
But so shout out to Rich and shout out to Brooklyn. Shout out to Jason. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Who's in on this conversation, because it's real imperative that we make the different distinctions, right? To me, I think as a parent, I think it's the same thing with anything in life. I mean, when you are dealing with, multifaceted problems, you need to have, you know, a full toolbox of, rewards for your children and also disciplinary action for your children. I'm
Yeah.
not saying every time your kid act up, you go break that emergency glass. And I think that is what the negative conversation comes with whooping your child. It is, it's being compared to the person that's being beat into submission.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I have a son who has issues. You know what I mean? We don't want to talk to counseling and everything of that nature. You know what I mean? And like my first thing I do is I take away. What I'm saying? It's like everything he thinks is the dopest thing in the world, I take away from him. But it's one thing that I have to take accountability for is that my son does not live with me. You know what I mean? So when it comes to my disciplinary actions, a lot of times I get it after it's already out of whack. You know what I mean? Because if me and him lived together, you know what I mean, it wouldn't be the same situation of, I find out after he's already went too far. A lot of those things get like put in check by my just mere presence. Like the other day we was at the shop and I get a phone call about the parent teacher conference, and I get there, and they literally said that he was acting like his bad self until I got there. So, I didn't go whoop him or nothing like that. Sometimes just you being there present will stop a lot of the BS before you even get to the whooping the child. But I will say, I have a different upbringing. When I was out of line, my mom checked me, and I had a healthy fear and respect for my parents. And to me, you gotta have that. Like, you can't just think you're going to just say whatever to your parents, do whatever. Well, I love your parents. So they have to respect my parents. So I'm going to say that just because I grew up that way, I'm not going to say that's good for everybody. I think everybody should, judge it off the merit of who their child is, because some kids do not deserve what they get done to them. And then you see them being extra aggressive in the rest of their life, or they're being extra masculine, or they heartless and things of that nature. But I'm saying from a disciplinary action, you need to have that in your toolbox, no matter what.
So I'm a and I man that's an excellent take, man. To just say like, look, use all the weapons that you got in the tool shed. You know what I'm saying? Not just one thing or another.
Don't say that right after that. It's like you can take your kid to the woodshed, whooping his ass with chainsaws and shit.
Well, yeah, but I think that the point that you're saying is like,
Yeah.
do whatever you got to do in order to help your child become the best person that they actually can. And so this point is what I'm gonna say in closing. I'll let everybody go and enjoy your Friday night. And I appreciate, man, all the comments, man. P, do you see these comments that we got?
Yeah, come on, bro.
Like, man, like we really turned up tonight, man. And we got $39 in super chats, man. Brooklyn and Rich made my
Sure.
night, man. I feel so good about that.
Shout out
But
to Brooklyn and Rich for sure.
let me tie this all in a larger picture.
Yeah.
If we all agree that the Most High helps us and controls us and created us and acts as a father in a spiritual way, That's how he feels when he does everything for us and we don't appreciate, respect, and show the right gratitude for whatever it might be. I'll let y'all hang up so y'all can watch. All right. So the point in the illustration that I wanted to bring out was this. When you have a child, okay, and you're only trying to clean them up out of their boo-boo, and they won't stop moving and crying and squirming and kicking and this and that, and you done asked them 100 times to chill, and you get a popping, you might deserve that popping. The baby might deserve that popping, because that's how the Most High feels when he's doing everything from you to clean up all of these messes that you getting yourself in, but you won't chill. And you keep moving and keep squirming and keep resisting the help that he's giving you. And he trying to clean up your mess, your boo-boo. And you don't know the good that's happening for you. And you unappreciative of it all. Like, that's how God feels with us. And this ain't about church or holy moly or nothing. I'm just letting you know. Like, the way your kids deal with you is how you deal with the Most High. And that goes for me too. So when my kids are unappreciative, that means I've been unappreciative. When my kids is coming in late, that means I done came in late. When they ain't doing what I asked, that means I ain't doing what he asked. Or she asked. Whatever form the Most High is in. So just keep that in mind, man. Maybe the relationship that you have with your child is a reflection of the relationship that you also have with the Creator, as far as being obedient, grateful, and thankful for all the blessings that you're getting. It's just an idea. Who knows that it's right? Who knows that it's wrong? But it's an interesting concept to think about. Man, I appreciate everybody for checking in with the live. It was definitely a family build. Man, I love everybody. I appreciate you all. Man, Brooklyn, hurry up and come to the shop. I know you'll be here. Oh, this what you don't know. I will be in Las Vegas and LA October 17th, 18th, 19th, around that way. So I'll be out there about where you at, you know? So yeah, we might get a chance to, you know what I'm saying? Link up. All right, man, love everybody. Legendary People Podcast. My brother Peanut Johnson teach you how to get a big bag of money from investing your money the right way. T-shirt Kings. Sell Stocks Not Dope every Sunday on the Dash Resource channel. T-shirt Kings, go for your mouth. Camera King Studios, man. We love everybody. And you ain't cool if you don't go to that school. What school, SMED? Horizon Science Academy, Dayton High School. Make sure y'all check them all out. All right, love you. Brooklyn, see you soon. Rich, love you, bro. J Money.